welcome to our first video on how Telemetry RT3 works. It's really about simplifying the wicked level of complexity that has crept into the sales process over the last 2 decades and is now getting worse every year, in spite of all the so-called simplifying technology. Something that used to be quite simple is now incredibly complex and getting more so. Of course, COVID-19 hasn't helped that equation much. This is the first in a series of 4 videos. The first 2 explore the problem that telemetry solves, the insane level of complexity in modern sales systems. Video 3 looks at the unique way telemetry approaches pipeline metrics, and the final one brings the whole picture together and demonstrates the power of telemetry to cut through that complexity and deliver insights not only about what's working and what isn't, but how to fix it. You can jump ahead to parts 2, 3 or 4 if you like, but we'd encourage you to watch them as a series. We know you're busy, but trust me, the time will be very well spent. Telemetry RT3 was built to analyse and help optimise sales pipelines. Sales pipelines are inhabited basically by 3 kinds of systems. The first are the CRMs, which help manage the sales part of the process. But before they get to the CRMs, buyers pass through the marketing part of the pipeline, sometimes referred to as the top of the funnel. This is the domain of marketing automation and social media. After they've passed through the CRM and become closed sales, the data on those sales goes into the accounting systems, specifically into the general ledger, where the actual sales value is recorded. A bit like a Lego brick, RT3 clicks onto the systems and extracts relevant data from them. It's agnostic to these underlying operational systems and can work with any of them. It can also take data from Excel. While telemetry has its own fully featured visualization suite built in already, it's also perfectly comfortable sharing insights and data bidirectionally with any of the mainstream visualization and dashboard tools, again, including Excel. As 2019 drew to a close and we entered 2020, the world of marketing and sales wasn't exactly in great shape. The average sales pipeline was converting less than 2% of leads into sales. More BDMs, reps and distributors and organisations than ever were routinely missing their sales targets. Sales cycles were getting longer, costlier and more risky. And huge investments in technology, including CRMs, marketing automation and all kinds of analytics, were hardly making a dent. Nor were investments on sales training and recruitment. Then along came COVID to make things even more complex by changing the way buyers think and behave in ways we won't fully understand for some time. But these are all merely symptoms of a deeper underlying problem. And that problem is complexity. The insane complexity of our revenue creation systems. In other words, the systems we use to market and sell our products and services to customers and clients. We spoke a few minutes ago about marketing systems. Here is the marketing technology ecosystem at the start of 2020. Mind you, this is only the marketing landscape, the so-called top of the funnel pipeline. More than 7,000 technology products and systems touching every aspect of marketing. Or so you might think, because every year the technology industry seems to find more reasons why we need more technology. Of course, most of them are little more than cute gadgets, but the point I'm trying to make here isn't the software itself, it's the overwhelming complexity, and this is just the marketing part of the system. Here's the sales part, slightly less crowded, but doing its best to catch up. Then we've got sales automation, enablement and intelligence, which is actually where telemetry fits. Social media, marketing automation even has a rapidly expanding ecosystem all of its own. And that's just the technology. Throw in people, process, and a rapidly changing global marketplace, and you don't just have complexity, you have chaos. The creation of sales revenue sits at the intersection of 6 discrete but interconnected systems. Sales, marketing, technology, products and services, strategy and planning, and people. For the revenue system to work, each contributing subsystem has to work as well. In turn, each of the 6 subsystems consists of a network of similarly interconnected systems. Here's the sales subsystem with its 6 component systems. And here's marketing with its 6, which means that by the time you've been around all 6, you're looking at 36 discrete but integrated subcomponents, all contributing to the final result, sales revenue, moving buyers through the pipeline. So, in amongst those 36 drivers or risk factors, which ones are working? Which ones aren't? Which ones are most broken? What should you do more of? What should you do less of? Or eliminate altogether? You can't fix everything. In fact, you wouldn't want to. But where do you start? And how? Let's look at how Telemetry RT3 simplifies this aspect of the revenue system and begins to answer those questions. Let's start with the end result and then explain how the system produces it. This is an RT3 risk and performance heat map. All 36 drivers have been analysed and scored out of a possible 10. High scores are better. The software analyses and visualises that underlying ecosystem and reports how well the various drivers are working relative to each other and which represent the most immediate risks to revenue production. It can also benchmark an organisation against others in the same industry and from around the world. To further simplify the interpretation, RT3 employs a kind of traffic light system, with scores over 7 out of 10 getting coloured green, scores between 5 out of 10 and 7 out of 10 getting coloured amber, and less than 5 out of 10 red. Green is good, red is bad. We start with sales and its components. Add people and management, strategy and planning, products and services, technology, processes and metrics, and marketing. The centerpiece summarises the core systems and completes the picture, bringing together 6 complex systems into a simple, easy to interpret assessment based on green, amber and red. If we're going to start fixing things, we start with the reds. It's evident already where the biggest risks and issues are. The greens represent the ones we should either do more of because we're already good at them, or they represent the ones we should leave alone on the basis that what isn't broken doesn't need to be fixed. The remaining ambers sit in between and can wait for another day. Straight out of the gate, Telemetry has produced 2 high-value outputs: insight and prioritisation. What's working? What's not working? What needs to be fixed most urgently? What to do more of? What to do less of? What to leave till later? And so, from a chaotic intersection of 6 system elements, we have a simple, easy to understand set of insights to guide decisions. To find out more about the Telemetry RT3 solution, how it works, or the results our clients have achieved using it, click on one of the links in the description field below.